Yeah! Welcome back to the Southern Snack where life is too short to be serious. All right, folks, I truly doubt that this is going to be the only part of this review, but we'll have to see. So, 7-Eleven has a key lime pie flavored donut. You can see it. All bright green and everything. I think it's filled, and then you got this, I would assume this is just regular flavored vanilla icing. Dyed bright green, and then fill like with key lime pie filling, and it looks like those honey graham cereal pieces on top, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and pose for the potential thumbnail. And again, one more look, and let's try and break into this thing. And yes, this bad boy is filled with all kinds of gooey goodness. So let's try out the key lime pie donut from 7-Eleven. Very good. Yeah, I think the icing definitely has like a basic flavor to it. Maybe a touch of key lime. I'm not for sure, but that filling's pretty good. It's definitely like a lime flavored filling. Quite zesty, a little bit of tartness, sweet, fruity, good donut. Of course, have I had better key lime pie desserts and donuts? Absolutely, no question. But this one's pretty solid. I think I'm pleased with it. Again, I think it could be bolder and more key lime focused, but I think it's worthy of a 7. So if that's all for a review, that's pretty quick. But knowing 7-Eleven, this ain't it. I think what I'm thinking about doing is adding the energy drinks to this review. So that's a process that I have to think about. I can't ask you guys because, of course, I'd have to upload this first. So that's not gonna happen. Well, as predicted, 7-Eleven had more stuff, right? So they have a candy bar latte in addition to the returning pumpkin spice latte. I found a Passionfruit mango Slurpee in partnership with Fanta that was like low on sugar. Who cares about that? But I'm trying it. And then there's certain 7-Elevens will be like kind of regional and do regional stuff. If you go to Northern Virginia, you find that there's a lot of people, Hispanics, other cultures. And so some 7-Elevens will cater to that, right? And that's neat, that's cool. It gives them something to eat on the go that reminds them of home. Or maybe not, I don't know. Sometimes Mexican food ain't nothing like what they got at home. So, or other Hispanic inspired foods. But we're gonna try what we got, right? So I've taken the pictures. I will show things off, but we're gonna have some fun with this. I've never seen an empanada that looks like this. It looks so bright yellow, but we've got one, and I'm curious to know what we've got here, like what's inside. So here's, I said one, we got 2, but oh boy. Oh, I don't know. Is that beef? Yeah, it's beef. So let's take a bite and move on to the next thing, right? The shell is soft, almost kind of doughy like. I like that. Beef seasoned well. Of course, not high quality, but this is a very interesting kind of thing. It's kind of coated in some flour too. Really nice texture. Good little kick to it. Little bit of spice. You know, despite it being this convenience store food item, I give that like a 7. That is very solid. Maybe even like a 7.5. It's kind of there. Very, very, very intriguing item and quite good. Now I don't know if this is like a dessert. It looks like it. I could be wrong. I don't know. But these medallion looking things, they're interesting too. I really don't know. That can't be no. It looks like refried beans and cheese. Good thing I didn't just bite into that thing I was eating a dessert. If you know what that is, I'm gonna try to do my research, but if you know what that is, feel free to tell me. Again, it's not high quality ingredients, and again, you know what kind of flavor you get. But it is on standard with like a Taco Bell type of refried bean, right? It's got some rich fried bean cheese flavor to it. I'm impressed with 7-Eleven on these. Like, again, I don't like it as much as the empanada, but whatever this thing is, it's simple, and its target market's gonna know what it is. So, you know what it is that you're watching, I hope. I'm gonna give it a 6, just because it's not like great, but I'm liking what I'm getting there. All right, now I think this is tamales, right? Are these tamales? I don't remember what you call these. I don't eat the corn shell. I don't even know if you're supposed to. I guess you can, but I unwrap it and then I eat from there, right? I eat the soft thing that's on the inside. But I'm very intrigued to see what we get here. Doesn't look like super flavorful, but I'm definitely intrigued. I guess you're supposed to eat the corn stalk, but I don't know. I did all that because I was scared. Tell me what you do when you eat one of these. It's almost like a light latte flavor. It's definitely like some sweet corn action going on. It's interesting because I've had tamales in the past. I don't remember them being like sweet corn. I remember them being more on like the savory side of things. So very interesting. I would definitely lump that in with the whatever that round thing I just ate. It's very interesting, very straightforward, simple. It's like eating mushed up sweet corn, but I was expecting a little bit more in terms of flavor, but I like it. It's interesting. So 6 out of 10. And wow, I'm impressed with those items. So I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to guarantee you 7-Eleven is going to have that when you go. But I'm in the one in Sterling, Virginia. Just went to the Human Bean across the street. That's a coffee place. Don't get any bad ideas. But went to the Human Bean. Now I'm kind of realizing, now the name's kind of like a pun off a human being, but it's a human being. See, thinking the human gets my mind thinking other things. And I want to cut you off when it comes to saying the words the human. I want to stop you right there. Don't want to hear anything after that. Anyways, this is mango, passion fruit, Fanta freeze, whatever. First time I've ever seen it. Again, Sterling, Virginia, 7-Eleven. Good burst of passion fruit there. It's very interesting. It's heavy on both flavors, but they're so heavy that one comes out and the next comes out. But it's a smooth tropical burst. Maybe smooth's not the word. I mean, it is a smooth beverage, right? Creamy. But it's very, very strong. It's very bold, very flavorful. I like that. It's not too artificial, right? It really does remind me of those fruits specifically. And it's shockingly, I don't know how this is less sugar or low sugar. Because it really does have a really nice, sweet kind of combination of flavors. A little bit of zestiness, like that. And mango and passion fruit go well together. Don't get any ideas, Mountain Dew. You've already had some mango and passion fruit flavors, respectively. Don't go mixing these just because you can, you know. But these, it does go well together. At least give us a break from mango and passion fruit for a while before you put them together, right? Okay. I gave that a 10, right? Yeah, easy money. Now this is the candy bar latte. Don't know what that entails. 7-Eleven probably doesn't even know what that entails. They just advertised it alongside the pumpkin spice latte that's returning. So anything could be anything. It could be chocolate. It could be chocolate and peanuts and caramel and all kinds of things. Nougat. Did you have nougat in this thing? I don't know. Let's try it. Okay. Milky, of course. It's a latte. I don't know. Definitely some notes of mocha. And white chocolate. There's definitely white chocolate in there. Outside of that, could there be... I'm thinking it's 3 simple things. Let's not overthink it. Let's cut it off at 3 things. We're not going to go crazy and try and put all of the kinds of flavors in the world. It's not like this is some Liberty Brew coffee, Liberty Chill themed coffee. No. It's not like that. I think what we're getting here is white chocolate, mocha, and caramel. Simple flavors that come together and make a sweet candy-like latte. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's solid. Of course, it would be better from any other coffee place. But for it being 7-Eleven, I think a 7 is fair. I think 7 is good. I think it is good. I think, again, if you're walking into 7-Eleven and you're trying to get you a sweet coffee, this one definitely fits the bill. And that's how we're going to wrap at least this segment of the review up, because we don't ever know with this, you know. I have been doing more uploads lately just to try and get content off of my phone. But, again, we pop into a 7-Eleven looking for something, and then boom. So I think this is kind of determined that, yes, there will be more to this. I am going to go look for the energy drinks that they've got, and I'm going to throw those into this review. So disregard me saying maybe. No, there's going to be more. So just wait a second. It feels like the more this video moves along, the more the seasons change, but it's still summer as I'm recording this. So who knows when this is getting uploaded, but we've already gotten into like pumpkin spice at 7-Eleven here. I'm not trying the coffee. I've had it before. It's just okay. Now they do have new pecan pie latte, so you can get hot or iced. I tried to do it iced, but the machine seemed to want to pour out hot coffee. Who cares? We're going to try it anyways. Got a couple other items we'll showcase, show off, and yeah, let's try the pecan pie latte. I'm shocked. A little too much coffee there. Their coffee sucks. But up front, like, the syrup's pretty good. And it's almost like a sugary pecan mix. It's just that coffee kind of ruins it. If the coffee didn't ruin it, this would really be in a good position. But that coffee's really messing things up. And again, it could have been the machine that kind of screwed this over. So keep that in mind. I would say still go try it. I'm going to give it a 5. Just because I like it actually has some interesting, like, bourbon-esque pecan flavor. But it had much more potential than that. We found another donut. Looks like a Reese's donut. No filling. No filling. Put it back together. Reese's, I guess. Or Snickers. It could be Snickers. I don't know. Let's take a bite. I'm getting Snickers vibe, I guess. Okay. It's a Snickers donut. Not too much to it, but it's pretty good. The Snickers topping is solid. Definitely like a vanilla icing and vanilla icing with Snickers on top. I give it a 7 out of 10. Now these, I don't know that these are new. I assume they are. You got regular, and you got raspberry. So cheesecake bites covered in chocolate. I've never seen these from. Oh, they're pretty big. I can only take like a bite of this. From 7-Eleven. It's not bad. It's not like this rich cheesecake. It's kind of leans on the cream cheese side. But for what it is, I give that, and that sucks that it's not like a Ziploc bag, so you're expected to eat them right when you get them. But I'd give that like a solid 7. 7 out of 10 for that. Pretty good flavor. A little cream cheese heavy, but pretty good. All right, so now we're doing raspberry cheesecake. Interesting. The raspberries mixed into the cream cheese. So let's take a bite and look inside. Ooh, that touch of raspberry makes it better. Still not as good as like legit cheesecake with raspberry on it, but I do like that. I think it definitely takes it up just a notch more. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. So that is it with that segment. I also, just to throw in the Wonderland latte, I think I've tried it before last year, but I saw that is back too, and it kind of informed me to go do some research. And they had a gingerbread latte last year that I never tried, so I'm a little sad that I didn't get my hands on that. Now that I know that it exists, but this isn't. I don't think this is the winter. No, this is chocolate. Winterland latte is supposed to be white chocolate with some notes of coconut and another note of some spice, I think. But yeah, I'll take a sip, but I don't think this is the Winter Wonderland. It could be. There's some interesting flavors in there, that's for sure. I'm not tasting really a lot of milk chocolate. Yeah, I think it's the Wonderland. I probably gave it like a 7 last year, and I would probably give it a 7 this year too. So, interesting to see that's already back, but I don't know if that's because they just never ran out, or if they're just, if 7-Eleven's just jumping the gun and doing all winter and fall now. Who knows? But if that's it for the review, you're gonna hear yee. If not, well, you know what's happening next. Oh wait, yeah, I gotta, there's more. The energy drinks, that's coming. So I apologize about the poor lighting, but folks, it's the review that never ends, right? You know, I like to wait off before I do this big old compilation of 7-Eleven reviews, but this, what is this? Oh, you won't guess. Oh, it's chicken and waffle time. Chicken and waffle roller. Let's take a bite. It's not bad. It's not overly aggressive on like the maple flavor. It's just a nice kiss of it. Very forward on the chicken there. Of course, it's not like a high quality piece of chicken, but I give it a 7. So again, if that's it, that's it. But that was a nice little addition there. If you find the chicken and waffle roll, I think it's worth it. All right, we got a little bit more fun at 7-Eleven with apple cider donut and pumpkin muffin. Started there for a second. So let's try the apple cider donut. Definitely a cakey donut. Slightly dry, but pretty solid. Not bad for a, chain's apple cider donut, right? It hits well. You get all the sweet flavors of apple cider, and it's solid. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. I bet you if you heat it up a little bit, it'll be even better. But good job on that item, 7-Eleven. All right, now we got the pumpkin muffin. I think this one may be filled. I'm not for sure. and it's not. I thought it was though, so odd, but we're gonna go ahead and take a bite of this muffin. Not super strong on the pumpkin there, or the spices. It's good though. It's nice and fluffy, dense, moist. It's a good muffin, and it tastes good. Little hints of spices. Not a lot of pumpkin to it though. Very odd, but you can see, looks like a pumpkin muffin. And it's good. It's good. It's just not strong. 7 out of 10 for that. So, props to 7-Eleven. We got a few more clips to go, and let's enjoy.
All right, I promise. This is it. I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna let you free. Finally, it's the end. Yes, it's been a long time, a long talk, per se. But we had a good time. Right? You guys had a great time watching me, watching this, watching an experience of a lifetime. Maybe not, but maybe so. All right, so we got 4 energy drinks, all 0 sugar. Ooh, Rockin' Rainbow from 7-Eleven. Don't know what's up with the lighting here. It shouldn't be that poor. I know it's raining outside, but it really should not be that bad, right? It should not be that hazy. But anyways, and we've got the caramel apple refresher for the fall, and that's gonna be the last thing we try. I promise. There may be more. There may be more tempting things that come, but I'm done. This video's going up this weekend, and that's it. Okay, so energy drinks. Where do we start? I think the red one looks the most fun. They're always trying to push the red button. Cosmic Cherry Fusion. Let's try it out, right? The brand's called Fusion. 7-Eleven. Let's go. It's not bad. Very pushy on the artificialness, but it's not bad. It's like a cherry candy. Very intriguing. Very bold. Very strong. I can work with that. I can absolutely work with that. Seven and a half. Good way to start. Now we want to go to blue, because, you know, when you do red, you want to do blue. Paradise Pulse. I don't know what to expect here. Some tropical flavor, I guess. But again, we got to try it, right? We're going to try it. Tell you what we think, what we know, what we learn, what we do. Woo-woo! Holy guacamole. And I didn't say it right, but I don't care. Very, very tangy in a way. Almost like passion fruit. Maybe guava, maybe a hint of strawberry or raspberry. It's interesting. Not my favorite, but it works fine. Again, very artificial. I'm gonna give it a 6. It's very perplexing. Like, I could drink that. I could work with it. I'm gonna do purple next. Rockin' Rainbow. Sounds like they're taking like a Skittles type of flavor here, but could be wrong. But hey, rainbow? What would you call anything a rainbow unless it's Skittles flavor, right? So let's try this. Yeah, it's definitely got like a candy flavor. And I say Skittles for sure. I'm thinking so. It's very drinkable too, right? It's artificial because it's Skittles, like a
fruity candy flavor, but it stands out pretty well. I like it more than a cherry. I can't say it's my favorite Skittles drink I've ever had. Like the Mountain Dew that they have or had in the past of Skittles, or their take of Skittles. It's just more refreshing, but I like it. I like it. One more sip. I'll go 8.5. Sorry, 8.5. All right, and Galactic Citrus. Now you see the color here. Makes me think of it's a knockoff on Baja Blast, but we're gonna know here real quick. And that rain is coming down. It is storming. It's like a knockoff Baja Blast. That's what this is. I would say, like, if you took Baja Blast and you pushed it a little bit more towards Mountain Dew, just a little bit more. I also would say it might be my least favorite, just because I just don't think they're hitting the flavor all that well. It's okay, but this one definitely lets the artificial sweeteners really lets that stand out a little bit more than I would want it to. I'm gonna give it a 5. Not a bad job, you know, not a bad job for 7-Eleven with these energy drinks. I'm feeling a little bit of a buzz here from that, but I gotta say, pretty impressive for what they just did. All right, so we've got a Replenish Hydration Caramel Apple drink from 7-Eleven. I doubt this is going to taste like much. Overall, 150 calories, 68% of your daily value of sugar. So it's got a lot of sugar, but not like, you know, the amount that you would think, okay, that's going to be very refreshingly sweet. So I don't know. We won't know until we try it. So here we go. Let's try green apple or caramel apple, refresher, replenish, whatever, from 7-Eleven. There's been so many apple flavored items this fall, and it kind of surprises me when I go and get the newest or the next green apple, caramel apple item. Sometimes there's really something that stands out about it, right? I went to Steak and Shake and had their caramel apple shake. I was like, wow, that is sweet. That tastes like candy. It was like a candy apple shake. This, there's something about it where I just feel like I just took a bite out of an actual apple. And I'm not a huge fan of like that, drinking that, right? It almost reminds me of eating an apple slice from McDonald's. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting from this. It's weird, it's intriguing, it's interesting. I'm not really here for it, but like I'm interested. I'm into this story, right? I'm into this plot that we've got. Even if it's not the best plot, it's very interesting and it's entertaining. And I'm like, okay, yes, tell me more. Tell me more, sir. So, very tart. And you can definitely taste the caramel too, but it's just not like rich. And it feels out of place, right? Like imagine taking, and apple slices are not very good. So imagine taking an apple slice and dipping it into some caramel, like a McDonald's apple slice, right? It's not the best tasting apple. But it's perplexing enough, like the flavor is very interesting. It's entertaining. It's not one I would recommend, but I'm gonna give it a 4 just because it does hit these very interesting notes, right? It's not something I'm familiar with in terms of like these beverages. So I'm just like, okay, this is cool. This was entertaining. This was fun, but it's not very good. But it's not the worst. So that's it. We ended it up on a sour note with a sour apple. But that's all I've got to say. Stay tuned because we know in a couple months I'll have another 7-Eleven video with all kinds of peppermint and hot cocoa, all kinds of nonsense. Maybe some cranberry. I don't know. Maybe some pomegranate. But we'll have lots more. I promise you. And it'll be a long video. But it'll be fun. And you won't regret it. So, other reviews to come. So just stay tuned. And I'll see y'all around.